Hi everybody, I am Mark Newgent. We're going to be reviewing OC Board of Candidates District 3 candidate statements. Also, today we'll be talking about trial starts today for removing Santa Ana councilman. There's estimated 3,400 homeless people on an OC streets, and Fullerton City Council to possibly appoint someone to fill vacancy. So, moving right along, let's talk about the candidates. I did this earlier. I went through them all. We read them. Kind of poked fun, but people couldn't really read it very well, so we're going to just make it so it's easier to read. Hold, if I can get over here and read them, if you want to see my face, or I can just put them like this. So, don't know who this is. It's Katie Bales, attorney, business owner, mother. Someone sent me, during the break, someone sent me some information saying she's a liberal Democrat or something. I have to get some more information on that. Didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare on these, and just let me move this back over so we can just talk. We'll just go through it for a few minutes, and also let me get your comments. If you guys want to send a comment, we'll actually be doing more comments right now. Leonie says hi, so how are you doing, Leonie? We'll go through this. Work with me. I'm trying to get my bearings straight on my new. There we go. I need to get a cameraman here. So, attorney, business owner, and mother. I like that she's a parent. Having someone who represents your values on the board is critical. She doesn't say what her values really are. I believe money belongs to the people who earn it. That's fairly obvious. If you produce, you should keep more of it. That's why I post higher taxes. Doesn't sound like a Democrat, though. So I'll have to really dig into this lady. If you are listening, Katie, feel free to reach out to me. We'll get you interviewed, and I'll get you some free press here. I believe in the free market, low prices. It's all good stuff. And you can also find all of these candidate statements over at OC website, ocvote.com. I'm trying to position myself. If I had a camera guy, they just zoom in. We do that news thing, right? So she goes on to believe fiscal responsibility, government, financial industry expertise, keep the county debt down, ensure our budget is balanced. If you guys didn't know, the county's budget is $6.4 billion, so it's a quite substantial budget. So it's if you guys want to read the budget, feel free. It's all posted online. If you guys know how to use Google, you can find it. It's pretty easy. I reviewed it. I went through the budget, went through all the offices when I was considering a run for OC Board of Supervisors to be prepared. There's a couple things that you need when you're running is always know your budgets. You can screw up a lot. You cannot screw up money, especially other people's. Also, I have an announcement come Monday on that subject. We'll talk about that later. So let me put that right back in there. All right, moving right along, we'll talk about some other candidate statements. I'm trying to move around. Apologize, my head's all over the place. Usually I just try to center myself on the camera, but this is the first day we're doing this. We got our graphics together, and we'll get some better graphics in the future. We'll just blow through these right here. Chris Murray, Orange County business owner. I had a couple exchanges with her on Facebook, just a couple messages back and forth, nothing big. Chris, if you're watching, feel free to reach out to me, and we will get you an interview, and you could talk about your platform. Let me zoom this out a little bit so it doesn't really affect it. So I like that you put your age on there. Other candidates did not. She's running for Orange County Supervisor. She lists her endorsements. She does not have the GOP endorsement. Don Wagner has that, and then Loretta Sanchez has the Democrat endorsement. So a lot of people would call Chris and others a spoiler, but I talked to their campaigns, and Don Wagner's campaign is still feeling pretty strong about all this. But feel free to peruse this and have any comments, good, bad, or otherwise. I don't know Chris, so let's keep it clean. And I don't like to make accusations at all unless they're here to defend themselves. Reading through this, what I don't like is that grow thousands of local champion angels in baseball. Sports are great, but I've watched documentaries, and again, I got to dig into this. Sports stadiums are paid by taxpayers, I'm pretty sure, and then rich owners of the Ducks and the Angels probably get to keep the money, and it's kind of whoa, where's the benefit to the taxpayer? I'm just give my money back, or just lower taxes. And let me go rant on that for a minute. One of the things I've done in business is have rentals, and I've done okay on them. And I had a rental in Hawaii, and I was able to cash flow a few $100 a month. That same formula of everything, I would have been upside down about $500 a month because of California taxes. So it would make no sense for me to have all that risk someone to turn up my property, so I couldn't even pull a profit for 10 years. Meanwhile, you're taxing me. I don't want to. What if I don't want to go to the sports game? That's just, it is what it is. When I see things like that, big spending stuff, why not have golden arches, like literal golden? Just have taxpayers pay for that too. Have give the baseball players golden bats. I don't know. If you're an Angels fan, you're probably hating on me right about now, but I like keeping money in my pocket and not giving it to politicians. Okay, and then you guys can read for yourself. It's right there. All right, so let's look at the next one. The next one is Loretta Sanchez, the one that's just not that into me. I have a feeling that she's not going to call me back, even though I contacted her campaign. I said, hey, I want to ask you some questions. And I almost, as an independent, let me back up. I'm a very strong independent. I don't know any of these candidates. I was going to be involved. I was going to run for Board of Supervisors because I don't like the party stuff. I like to focus on issues, safety, lower taxes, my community, human rights, things like that. And I reached out to Don Wagner and Loretta Sanchez because they're the leaders, right, of this. Let's be honest. Those are the two. Loretta Sanchez is backed by the Democrats. Don Wagner is backed by the Republican parties, respectively. Reached out to Don, emailed him. I said, I want to talk. I'm running for Board of Supervisors, but there's some things going on. I'm going to have to back out. So he called me back within 12 to 24 hours, maybe sooner. He said, well, what's up? Let's talk. So I wanted to know about him. I want to know about his campaign and what he's all about. I know who he is. We've said hello, but I don't know him. I've never talked on the phone with him before, but I knew his voice right away. I was like, oh, hey, how's it going, Mayor? And we had a pleasant conversation. And he's really easy to get a hold of. That means a lot. Loretta Sanchez did not call me. After I posted some positive things and came out in the endorsement of Don Wagner, did somebody that knows somebody said, hey, you better talk to this guy. So some staffer contacted me, and I can post the screenshots, and said, oh yeah, I said, listen, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I have history of doing. I'd like to interview Loretta Sanchez, and I'll make her look good. No tricks, very lighthearted interviews. If you guys watch my interviews, they're very fun. I ask questions like, do you like dogs or cats? Tell us about your platform. Tell us about what you think. Just, what's the top 3 issues in Orange County? Those are types of questions I ask the candidates just so the people at home can get to know them. That's really what it is. And myself, I live here. This is my community. But I never got that chance. So with her. Anyway, let me back up. That's what I told her campaign. So I'm pretty sure she's briefed and she's just choosing not to. And that's fine. Don Wagner, the other leading candidate, has agreed to do a Facebook Live. He will come on live streaming. We'll bring him on this channel, and he will take questions live. I will interview him live. That says a lot. Now, I will give Loretta Sanchez the benefit of the doubt. She still has time. Within the next couple weeks, bring her on. But when I can call my mayor or call elected person serving in office right now, not someone in a former office, someone's in office right now, and he calls me back, that's something. So anyway, let's pour over Loretta's candidate statement. There's no age on there. Over 30 years government experience, infrastructure development, business expertise. I'm highly experienced, qualified candidate, Orange County Board of Supervisors. That's kind of hard to say that you're qualified because I think that only someone that's qualified is someone that's served on there before, and she hasn't. Todd Spitzer's qualified. He's done the job. Andrew Doe, Michelle Steele, those other people. So she's made her home, good stuff, represented Congress, I want to get to the stuff, about that. She says our world-class recycling system, protect our environment, improve healthcare services. When they say improve healthcare services, they say give it away for free and taxpayer paid because she is a taxpayer. She is a Democrat, and we do know Democrats like to tax and spend. She goes on. She's got funding research. She gave taxpayer dollars to UCI, Chapman, Cal State Fullerton. Some of those taxpayers may not agree that their money was sent there. Also, how to get more of our tax dollars to Orange County, instead not cutting taxes, but how to reprogram other people's money into our, coffers. Not a fan of that, but if she comes on, I'll let her defend her point of view. I'm trying to keep it clean here. Supervisors continue to work with local, state, and federal officials to make sure our schools are stronger, streets are safer, and housing more affordable. That means, yeah, don't like those at all. Affordable housing, which means, you know, more low income, which means more crime. Unfortunately, that's, you know, that is what it is. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up super poor, starving, welfare, all that stuff. And that's some interesting stuff there. So he's retiring from Congress because he wants to get back into this, you know, solutions to homeless, raising private funds for homeless, women's shelter, mentoring candidates for public office, and consulting business development issues. You know, you could all read all that there. So let's move on to the next one. Polly. This one is just a big one. So we got some comments here. Let's talk the comments. Maureen Blackman says her statement doesn't address what the job of supervisor is. I can tell you, Maureen, basically, supervisor is kind of similar to council member. It's just bigger. Like Irvine City Council, our budget's $200 million. It's, you know, they control certain facilities, the tax, the govern. Board of Supervisors, very similar, but our budget's $6.4 billion, and they have, you know, added, you know, they're managing parks, stuff like that. You know, county lands. Also, they have the jail, they have the sheriff's department. You know, in the long-term jail, right? Versus the, say, Irvine Police Department, they just have a small jail. People can be held there 6 hours, I think, or 4 or 6 hours. Don't quote me on that. It's one of the two. I did a tour there. So it's a very similar type of government, just on a larger scale. And again, 5 members make up the Board of Supervisors. They vote on stuff. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, that's sorry. Back to Polly. Deborah Polly, you can read through that. It's just a whole lot of stuff. She's the only one that opted for the 400-word statement, which says a lot. That she said a lot there. I don't believe Deborah Polly would win. Well, Deborah Polly, if you're watching, feel free to contact me. We can bring you on live, and we can talk about why you're running. I know a lot of people want to talk you out of it. I also watched you on a live stream, which you made some pretty harsh allegations to, you know, about another candidate, and but you did do it to his face, which was interesting. But, you know, you're making some serious allegations. I don't like allegations. I do. If you know something, report it, you know, to the proper authorities and move on. All right. So next one, Bales. Let's just run through these. A Vietnam veteran. Some information about him. No age, suspecting he's in his 70s. Seems like a decent guy, but he's probably not going to win either. Let's focus on those two that are probably going to win. So it's going to be Wagner or Loretta Sanchez. So I've talked to death about Don. He's going to come on live. I don't want to get too much into this. I'll let him speak for himself. But there's his candidate statement. I didn't really look at it before today. But if you guys have any comments and questions, feel free to comment. Also, share the broadcast. Usually I would tag people. So my friends in here, they'll come in and they would comment. However, with this new program that I'm running, I don't have the option to tag anybody. So, you know, that's where most, you know, people will join us. It says we got 2 people watching. So if you're watching, feel free to add a comment and ask a question. So that's it in a nutshell for those. Kind of spent again. Let's talk about some other news. I don't have any graphics to throw up. I could probably show you my, try to show you my desktop. How about that? So we can talk about that. See if I can show my desktop. There you go. Awesome. Look at that. So Fullerton City Council to appoint. All right, cool. All right. So Fullerton City Council to appoint someone to fill vacancy. Now this is always going to be a contentious in any city council. Guarantee it. Hold on. Is that good? You know, special elections are expensive, and but some people, they actually position themselves to appoint their friends. I personally am not a big fan of people appointing a council member. I think that's wrong, and they shouldn't do it. They should leave it up to the voters, because what they'll do is they will appoint one of their friends that they want in the council, and then from there, you know, they're going to run as an incumbent, and they'll get reelected easily because incumbents always win. That's just, you know, the advantage is always strongly to the incumbent. So that's going on right now. That was in the Voice of OC article, as you can see right there. Thought that was interesting. We might want to talk about that. Here's another one that jumped out at me, another homeless. We have over 3,400 homeless people on OC streets according to initial head count. So tell me what you guys think about that below in your comment section. That's pretty substantial. Last year there was, I think, over 200 of them died on the streets. Now let's talk about the 4 categories of homelessness. There's one, people that are mentally need help, mental illness, substance abuse, people that are down their luck, and then the 4th category, which is the most difficult, is people that don't want help. Those are the hardest. So if you get 3,400 homeless people on the streets of Orange County, it's crazy. Now, if you make people comfortable in their poverty, they'll just multiply. You know, if you next thing you know, make people comfortable, you give them all free money, free stuff, and then everyone from the country comes, and then you're gonna have a Skid Row that happened like what 100 years ago in LA and still is there. All right, so you guys feel free to peruse that article. It's up at voiceofoc.org. So here's another one. Trial starts today on removing Santa Ana councilman. Now, I read through this article. I found this one very interesting. Apparently, this guy, where is that? Roman Reina, a picture in his 2018 council run. Basically, he doesn't live in the district, and he lied on his paperwork, saying he lives in the district, so he fraudulently got elected. That's the gist of it, and that's not the new carpetbag or whatever you want to say. You know, people they lie in their documents, say they really live there, and they don't. And he got busted. So, if you're going to think about running for city council or school board, make sure you live in the district legally. If you have any questions, contact the voter registrar's office at ocvote.com. So, and then this one I thought was interesting. Susan Kang, Schroeder resigns. This one actually I think touches me because her husband's office had something to do with the political attacks on me personally. So according to Todd Spitzer, she resigned. So I've never met this person, but that's interesting. Someone texted me a picture and said, this is the wife of somebody that politically, attacked you. Let me throw it back on me. Oh, let me delete that. So, I had another graphic right here. Was it local news? I had something? Nope, I didn't. Oh, there you go. Local news. I had a little. Oh, right there. Hold on, right there. Local news. So anyway, guys, I only got 2 people watching, but it's okay. We'll watch. People watch and replay. This video is already at 17 minutes. I'll go into about 20. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. My daughter's bugging me. She wants to go box with me because she's into kickboxing. So, man, I thought there'd be more comments, but it's all good. Usually, secret is you tag your friends. They come in. They share the broadcast. Hope you guys get something out of this. Stay tuned for the broadcast with Don Wagner. Hopefully, we'll get Don within the next week. And once he comes on, and then once his rivals realize that the videos with him get like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 views, and everyone knows he sees this, people are going to go, okay, I want to go on Mark's channel too and get him to interview me. And if you come on, if you have the courage to come on live with me, I will make you look good. Just any candidate, doesn't matter. Loretta, Deborah, Catherine Daigle, Bales, Larry, what was it? Has his last name? Larry, sorry. I will make you guys look good. Larry Bales, too. Every candidate, I will make you guys look good. Don't worry about that, okay? No gotcha questions, no surprises. You can look at my interviews. I even interviewed Farrah Khan. It's up my YouTube channel. I interviewed her the 5th of June, 2017, and I made her look good, and I ran against her for the city council. No issues. Matter of fact, she only thought she was going to do about 15 minutes, I think, and ended up going for 45 minutes. Usually we have a good time. We drink coffee. We talk about you. I interview you about you. So, guys, consider it. Everybody, Katie, Deborah, Loretta, Dawn, excuse me. So consider coming on live. It'd be fun to get to know you guys, and I know it's a very stressful time as a candidate. Hopefully, you could reduce that stress on my show or whatever this is that I've been creating. I think I'll be ending it there. Go hang out with my kids and get ready for tomorrow. However, I do think a lot of my future broadcasts may be from the kickboxing place over in Tustin, as my daughter's going to be in training. So I might be out there with my camera set up, broadcasting, talking about local stuff, getting local people on. Also, trying to get John Park on, former city council candidate and business owner. Very smart guy. Let's get him on. So if you know John, you're watching, come on my show. We'll talk about you for a good hour and so you don't have to listen to me talk all the time. We'll get John Park on here. Also, we'll try to get Peter and other city council candidates. I do believe once we get Don Wagner on, then other candidates, Lauren will come on, the school board members will come on. And on that note, I have a meeting with the school board. We're going to talk about school buses and why we don't have them here to get you guys some facts. I was supposed to meet with them yesterday, but Lauren Johnson Norris was unable to make it. So we have a comment. Awesome. If you guys have comments, I'll just keep talking. Nisa says, it's a great video. I thank you for the info. Awesome. So if you guys want to come on live, let me know. Also, let me know what you think of the graphics. Trying my best how to figure this out. A very basic system here. But again, we won't revisit that whole tech side because I'll talk about that for another 20 minutes or so. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you guys got something out of this. If you guys want to know about any of the candidate statements, they can be found at ocvote.com. Also, don't forget, mail-in ballots go out the 11th or 12th of February. And the special election is the 12th of March. Also, if you guys want something else me to interview, let me know. I'll take a look at it. See you guys.